right, how is everyone doing out there today? It looks like we have a very serious situation that's occurring in the world. The Russian President Vladimir Putin has just warned NATO that if they allow the Ukraine to use long-range missiles to attack within Russia, that this will force them to respond. To be honest, if you really look at it, if you look at the situation, there's no doubt about it that the United States is provoking Russia. There's geopolitical reasons why the United States needs war. This country is in deep debt, and historically, the only way to default on your debt while keeping the honor of the country so that it looks normal or is acceptable is during a large scale war. And to me, that's the reason why the United States is provoking Russia. So, what do they get out of it? They get out of it to default on all the debt that the United States has and then roll the United States and its economic system into a digital currency. That is the end result. Listen to me very carefully. That's what's going to happen. So I want to take a look at a couple of clips. I want to take a look at a little bit of warnings we have a clip directly from Putin warning the United States and NATO. And let's take a look at what's going on.
For anybody that researches, we already knew all of this years ago. But now the White House has come out with the Pentagon in a big Politico article and admitted, hey, we're running the war in Ukraine and we're getting ready to start bombing all over Russia with heavy weapons from the United States and England. This is a massive war escalation towards thermonuclear war. This is insane. I'm about to break it down right now. The Glenn Beck Show today, we're outside the studios, and I've got major breaking news. The mouthpiece of the Obama, Biden, Harris, deep state blob, Politico, put out a detailed report this morning that we reported on really a year ago, but they're confirming it all, that NATO's basically been running the war the whole time, that they are involved in the invasion, now going back 5 weeks ago, of Ukraine deep into Russia, and that they are going to be supplying U.S. missile parts and missiles, and so is the UK, to start striking deep into Russia. There's already been a lot of drone attacks on Moscow almost every few days, and other areas. This is an insane level of escalation. Again, 11 years ago, the West overthrew the Ukrainian government, put in a pro-Western government, started conflicts with the Russian areas in the east, where it's like 99% Russian, inside eastern Ukraine, to bring this conflict to where it is. George Soros has been on Free Zakaria 8 years ago, bragging how the State Department started this war. So the West started this war, like all the other wars in the last 60, 70 years, almost all of them started by the United States, the globalist. And in some of the cases, you can say we're fighting bad people. I mean, I don't like communists, but in this case, America has become satanic beyond communism, and Russia is trying to protect itself. And this is so dangerous in the RAND Corporation's threat escalation ladder that leads to nuclear war. We're getting very close in the war games the Pentagon and RAND Corporation have had that are public towards nuclear war. Mainline analysts admit that. The International Association of Atomic Scientists that have been around since the 50s, their doomsday clock has moved the closest to World War III or thermonuclear war we've ever had. This is insane. And we don't even know who's running the White House. Biden's constantly on vacations. He just came off 3 weeks of vacation. Kamala's done one interview on CNN and the debate. She's totally scripted. And we don't even know exactly who's in control. We know it's the bureaucracy. We know it's the deep state.
So as you can tell, the situation is very serious. If we don't have people that are using their heads, things are going to get out of control. We're threatening a nation with nuclear weapons. I think the United States is forgetting that fact, all right? The thing that has come up is that China has indicated that if NATO formally attacks Russia and Russia responds, that they are going to side with Russia. So the United States is going to end up fighting two nuclear powers and a country that has a population of 1.4 billion and can field, in desperation, can field an army of a minimum of 30 million men in desperation. I'm talking about full-scale war. I hope that our politicians really think this out, because this is definitely going to turn crazy and can turn crazy quickly. What I want to do now, let's take a look at Vladimir Putin's response. And obviously he speaks Russian, but it's dubbed in English. And let's see how he'll explain the situation. He'll explain his position and the options that he has on the table and how he feels about it. Let's take a look.
Дни мы видим и слышим, как на очень высоком уровне в Великобритании и в США муссируется тема о том, что киевский режим сможет наносить удары вглубь территории России западными вооружениями большой дальности. И, судя по всему, это решение либо вот-вот будет принято, либо, судя по всему, вообще уже принято. И эта вещь, конечно, экстраординарная. Хотелось попросить прокомментировать то, что происходит.
Происходит попытка подмены понятий, потому что речь не идет о разрешении или запрете киевскому режиму наносить удары по российской территории. Он и так наносит с помощью беспилотных летательных аппаратов и другими средствами, но когда речь идет об использовании высокоточного оружия большой дальности западного производства, это совершенно другая история. Дело в том, что я уже об этом говорил, и любые эксперты это подтвердят, и у нас, и на Западе, наносить удары современными высокоточными системами большой дальности западного производства украинская армия не в состоянии. Она не может этого делать. Это возможно только с использованием разведданных со спутников, которыми Украина не располагает. Это данные только со спутников Евросоюза, либо на Соединенных Штатах, в общем, с натовских спутников. Это первое. Второе, и очень важное, может быть, ключевое, заключается в том, что полетные задания в эти ракетные системы могут, по сути, вносить только военнослужащие стран НАТО. Украинские военнослужащие делать это не могут. И поэтому речь идет не о том, чтобы разрешать украинскому режиму наносить удары по России этим оружием или не разрешать. Речь идет о том, чтобы принять решение о том, что страны НАТО напрямую участвуют в военном конфликте или нет. Если это решение будет принято, это будет означать не что иное, как прямое участие стран НАТО, Соединенных Штатов, европейских стран в войне на Украине. Это их прямое участие. И это уже, конечно, существенным образом меняет саму суть, саму природу конфликта. Это будет означать, что страны НАТО, США, европейские страны воюют с Россией. А если это так, то, имея в виду изменение самой сути этого конфликта, мы будем принимать соответствующие решения, исходя из тех угроз, которые нам будут создаваться.